hello, wherever and whenever you are, and Otanjobi Omedeto!
Yay!
Yes, we did it. We made it a whole year, and it's been an insane year all over the world with all sorts of reasons, and everyone has had lots of tough times, but there have been shining lights here or there all over the world with many different platforms and things. And certainly for myself, and I can probably say for a lot of these folks around the screen that you're seeing right now, one of our biggest highlights this year was spending so much time with all of you. And a massive, massive thank you from myself and all of the Phoenix Ueki cast, all the different shows. We've been messaging back and forth all day, and just we are truly honored and delighted that we get to play these games and share these characters and everything with you. And it's too early to start crying, so I'm going to stop talking about that and move on before I catch myself there. A massive thank you there for hanging out whilst I was sorting cameras because they were all in the wrong places for some reason. But hey, Caramel.
Oh, no.
It is all sorted, and welcome to all of the PH followers who are now in the Discord as well. It is a pleasure to have you there. Real MacGuffin, we will be joining you into the followers. I'm trying to think how to pronounce it with the PH. Followers. You will receive your invite after the session there, and be welcome, as be welcome, as Firemore says, and you can join. You can join all of our fun times that we have. Yes, that's it, Vicky. Followers. And
right.
One more massive thank you before we get going here, and well, before we jump into other thank yous, to be quite honest. Over there, just to the side of me, there is a lovely logo for CGRPG. The wonderful CGRPG creates maps and encounters and modules for all of the incredible adventures that are available, and original stuff as well, available over on the DM's Guild, where they are a multiple best-selling author, and they have been sponsoring us all fortnight, a fantastic fortnight leading up to today, our anniversary, 1 year on Twitch today. 1 year ago, we had a horrible, janky Curse of Strahd stream where we were talking to each other as if there was no one there because there was no one there. And now there's all of you fine people. It's on YouTube. If you go to the Curse of Strahd playlist and look at the first episode, you can see how awful it is.
It was my friend from my campaign, us, and my partner in the chat, I'm pretty sure, that first session.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
time.
indeed.
Right.
It was a good time, regardless. But yes,
Right.
if you fancy a little field trip through history, you can go and have a look on YouTube. Links over on the channel there, and all of the VODs are there as well. So yes, CGRPG has been sponsoring us up to our anniversary today, and there are wonderful giveaways every session with materials linked to our games. Today, there he is, right there, CZ. Thank you so much for everything this fortnight. And we can't wait to see you tomorrow, because everyone, CZ will be joining us in our inaugural session of Candlekeep Mysteries tomorrow evening, all the way from Brazil, which is much easier when it's digital. And we'll be jumping into the game as a fantastic character that they have lined up, ready to roll. And I cannot wait to see all of that. And Azael as well, hello. One of CZ's comrades in mischievous supplement development. Not sure if that's a word. Oh, what? F11 for best viewing experience. Is that full screen?
You made it a word.
Now, yes.
Like we want to do in this game.
Well, I'm very happy that Azael is here, because CCRPG is the producer of Deeper Descent into Avernus, but the encounter from Deeper Descent into Avernus that will be hurled at you this evening was written by Azael. So, welcome. Pleasure to have you here. Now, as we're saying thank you as well, as I'm talking about this giveaway, I should get the thing rolling, shouldn't I? So, are you ready, folks? In the chats, once it is going, type in !CZRPG for your chance to win the incredible, here it comes, Boom! There it is. With the delay, that would have been late. Never mind.
You did it.
I forgot to. You can't try and match up with things in chat. It doesn't work. There it is, folks. Okay, type in ! CGRPG if you are one of our followers, as this is a thank you to all of our followers. And please do. There we go. Okay, Lobstrong Carter out of the gate. I feel like I should. I only have Lobstrong Carter coming around the back end. It's coming around the back end. And Daisy. There's oh, bloody coming around there. Okay, that's gonna be completely out of sync. I shouldn't do that. My kindergarten here in Japan has me commentate the relay at their sports day in English every year, and it's hilarious. And like all of the parents are like, we have no idea what you're saying, but it's fantastic. Rogue Mistress, welcoming in a new follower. I should contact the person who made a graphic and change that to a PH. Need to get that sorted. And Triumph and Blunder, welcome. Who's vibing? I'm vibing. I'm probably vibing. Yeah, sorry. I'm slightly hyper.
Nice.
Do excuse.
Yeah, I can tell. I like it. It's fun.
Just jump bouncing around here. I'm gonna break my chair. I'll be careful. So, thank you everyone. Yes, I see everyone jumping in on that wonderful chance to win there already. It is a great supplement. Do jump in there. Everyone is already getting in there on that. We shall be drawing the winner at the end of this evening. Now, everybody, let us continue in here. We have more thank yous to say. Wonderful thank yous. I've seen Vicky over there in chat already. The incredible Sirenscape, the best place to go for all of your music and sound effects like this, as you can hear in the ears, whatever your choice is, be they buds or phones or just speakers on a computer. You can enjoy Sirenscape, although we do recommend headphones, especially if they've got that 3D positioning and they're going to be like horses charging through your head and devils suddenly appearing behind you. It's a good time. There she is. Thank you, Vicky. Now, as we move forward into this, our second year on Twitch, we have some exciting things coming up with Sirenscape. Stay tuned. Also, at the end of today, I shall be talking about something very exciting coming up next month, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Now, Sirenscape has the chance to try out all of their stuff for free, but when you decide you want to keep using it more and more, then you should definitely head on over and become a Super Siren so you can have access to all of their stuff, be your games in person or virtual. It is a wonderful addition to your experience. Also, not the only source of music, there are other sources as well. Over on YouTube, we are firm fans of Dark Fantasy Studio, Travis Savoy, and Epic Journey. 3 channels with incredible tunes that you are able to use in your games. There are links on our VODs. Please do link over there and check them out. Incredible stuff. And also on Patreon, the incredible Will Savino, a very prolific, far too prolific, very difficult to keep up with. I'm trying to get all of his music into the sound sets. But yes, and fantastic stuff for you to use in your games. Please do jump on over there and give them a try, and you will enjoy it as much as we do. Now, that said, let us return to the plains of Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells, as we have a situation we find ourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we do that though, let's do a quick recap, shall we? As we have all of you lovely people here. I don't think I've ever seen so many people right out of the gate. Thank you so much. Yes, that's right. Yeah, Vicky is in the Discord. Do ask her anything you want to ask about Sirenscape. I'm very happy to help you out there. And you can enjoy it as much as we all do. Now, let us remember what we were up to last time. In a vision from Lulu's memories of long ago, before the angel Zariel led the Hellriders into Avernus and was forced to bend the knee in Asmodeus's will and turned fallen from grace, choosing to battle the demons of the abyss as the main leader of the Archdevil of Avernus. And you met her before that happened in Lulu's memory, but not before you had the fight of your lives against the demon lord Yinogu, who was ragdolling you around. Lincoln was pulled from the ground and impaled on the statue's sword. Firemore was knocked unconscious, and the rest of you were in a very bad way. But that is when Zariel and Lulu, in her mammoth form, came charging from the skies, and in a clutch combo move, Zariel did the spell attack, opened a portal, and Lulu headbutted the Demon Lord through the portal.
That's really cool.
Back from whence they came. Now, you talked briefly with Zariel and some of the Hell Riders who you have met later on in various guises and various states of fallenness, and you were transported then back to the Bleeding Citadel, where on a pedestal in the center of the room was Zariel's sword, as we can see in the picture here on Roll20. Zariel's sword, her reaching desperately for it, which is a very good image of what I think everyone in the party was doing. As Rhea stormed forwards to grab the sword, Firemore rushed up, bodily hurled her to the side. Firemore went to take it. Lincoln polymorphed him into a snail. And then...
Yep.
And then what was going to happen? Theo was going to go and grab it then. He was trying to talk everyone down as well. But then Lincoln was going to stop and charge up and stop Rhea again. But then, boom! A resilient sphere of force encased Lincoln in a giant hamster ball. And Lincoln was left with no other recourse than to let Firemore do his original plan. Dropping the polymorph, Firemore woofed into existence, but it was too slow. And Rhea reached past, clasped the sword of Zariel, and drew it with a swing of celestial glory from the stone. As that celestial light bathed her entire form, a deep rumbling came up from the very foundations of the Bleeding Citadel, and with an almighty, I was going to say impressive, of course it was impressive, with an almighty explosion, which I'm going to do it this way because the other one was a little different. Boom, like this, with an huge, massive explosion and hurling of force. The Bleeding Citadel and the scab of Avernus that was growing up around it exploded outward, and our adventurers ducked for cover, everyone trying to shield themselves from the bits of masonry falling down. Not mason, it's okay. Bits of masonry falling down and stonework and things, demons being ragdolled all over the place. And we find ourselves on the plains of Avernus once more, as you are all crouched down, waiting for this destruction to finish, this trauma to be complete. But
It's never complete.
it feels almost dark. You know the red sky of Avernus should be above you, the occasional meteor streaming across the sky, the red glow from behind the clouds illuminating this hellscape. But it's almost as if you're in shadow. You can see each other. And as Lincoln does there, you look up, and arching over you, just a couple of feet above you, you see feathers. As a large pair of angelic wings is protecting you all from the destruction that was wrought around you. And as those wings slowly draw back, revealing the sky that you know to be there, revealing the plains of Avernus and the destruction, the rubble, the scab, the blood scattered all around, you see a figure. A figure you barely recognize, and yet, at some fundamental level, you know it's Rhea Mantlemorn. As she stands and withdraws her wings, the lights of the Avernus sky illuminates her face. Altered, almost idealized, a perfect image of Rhea Mantlemorn, her hair, those tight curls, expanded into long, glossy, flowing strands of hair. Still red, but quite different from before. And whilst the armor is still recognizable as that Torm gave to her, all of the damage from the fights with the demons, from the explosion, all of it is mended. It's pristine, shining, gleaming as much as the blade in her hand. And as she stands, those wings draw back from protecting all of you and fold behind her as they are growing from her shoulders. And she looks down upon all of you with pools of radiant light where her eyes once were, shining white. And she looks down on all of you and says,
There we are. And she... Is Lincoln still in a bubble?
Orvin.
Is Lincoln still in a bubble?
Yes.
I think your concentration might have been broken. I'm not sure.
Probably.
Let's say so, yeah.
And she looks to Lincoln and says, I am, in a way, sorry.
Don't say something you don't mean.
In a way. And it like this breaks my heart, like Stephanie's heart, because like Rhea would be crying, but capital R Rhea is not crying.
I preferred you before. You look not like yourself.
Now, Emma, to be fair, have you seen the art?
No! But look, I can't look at it, is the thing. Otherwise, I can't play this properly, can I?
I liked it better before Lincoln's looking away. Like,
Sorry, Ben. Bear with it.
Facing the corner, talk to me.
No! Jesus! Okay, I'm not gonna look at that eye anymore. Hang on a second. So I look Rhea dead in the eye, but Emma doesn't. And I say, fuck, I can't do it.
Yeah, close it for your own sake.
Yep.
Ah, there's the rum.
I feel like I need a voice mod.
Where is the rum? Oh god, I missed that guy.
Yeah.
Vicky, tell Ben the best sample on the whole damn website. The where's the rum guy? sorry, Rhea, please.
No, I was just telling Colby I can't hear anything, but everyone's back now, so it's good.
Good.
I assume a lot of you might like me the way I was before.
Silence. Yoink.
Damn it, Rhea.
it's upsetting. The decision is made, and we can't go back on it now. I'm just upset. In that moment of impulsiveness, we didn't have a moment to say goodbye at least.
I'm still here. I'm just... And she, like, moves the sword from one hand to the other and is looking down on it, and she smiles and says, I'm just restructured.
I see. So what now? Fine,
Well-
Rhea.
Flying Rhea. You don't need such formalities. We can continue as we are, but obviously we go to Zariel.
No, nah, no.
And where would you
I'm
have
going
us
to the
go?
River Styx. I'm going to the River Styx. And before I throw myself in, I'm going to go and save my mum.
That's right.
Wait, what?
Tidra.
Yeah. Teeter is on a boat. Oxrin's taking us somewhere.
Yes. Zariel, before sending you back to the Bleeding Citadel, had given Lincoln the vision of his mother, the angel Tidra, being hauled away in captivity by his father, the devil Oxrian.
Whoa. Lincoln. If we could save your mother with just the two of us, I'm sure if all of us work together, we can help her escape.
Oh, sorry, let me just fix the overlay. There we go.
Now everyone
And-
go check the overlay.
No, I know what I'm gonna find. I'm gonna be sad.
It's okay, it's scarier in black and white.
There we go. It is much scarier in black and
There we
white.
go.
The eyes
sure.
really pop much more than the colour.
And we need to find what happened to
Ah.
Krupektuik.
No. Sorry.
Well, Tidra first.
As much as I'd like to agree, Krupektuik is supposed to be here. Like, right here.
As you say that, Theo looks around. Right. We must be careful. There could be others still looking for him.
Rhea, can you heal us?
And she, hold on, I have to. I am checking my extras, but I go around and where is I go around and I give everybody 10 healing from lay on hands.
So 10.
10
Okay.
each.
Corvin will kind of hold his hand up and say, I'm fine.
Rhea gives 20 to Lincoln, thinking that he might run off to do his thing first.
Okay. Now,
Bold assumption.
do all of you remember when you were leaving Tiamat's lair to the north, for want of a better word? And
Nerf.
the very sky above tore open, and tentacled ships came sliding and slithering their way through a rift in the plane. Do we all remember that?
Absolutely.
And do we all remember
Yes.
Horvin
Definitely.
having a slight extraplanar episode?
Yeah,
Is there
it's
another?
real weird. Not
A
now.
Similar,
Surely not.
a
No.
similar rift in the air opens, but much more genteelly, much smoother, and the ship that emerges through is not almost like clawing its way through, desperate to escape from the dragons that were chasing the previous bunch. Everyone, check out Baldur's Gate 3 opening cinematic if you want to see what that looks like. And you see Theo, almost a pang of pain in your heart for missing the ocean waves as you see what looks like a galleon emerge through this rift in the sky, and up above the hull and the foredeck and the aft deck, everything all there, even the poop deck, you see a ginormous balloon shape suspended above, and a gout of flame, not unlike those dragons that were chasing before. A gout of flame comes up and fills the balloon, buoying this craft, this airship, through the skies of Avernus. And you see a diminutive figure who you've all met as players, but not as these characters. As the ship comes spiraling down, and you see a forest gnome with a long beard pointing frantically, "Down there! Down there! Yes, I know, Jimmy, shut up!" And there's a little bird squawking frantically at the side of him there, and the airship comes spinning down, and these runners kind of extend from underneath it, and it's, with a fairly hefty thump, scroosh into the sands of Avernus, and comes skidding to a stop, the roar of its engines heating the balloon above. And you see this forest gnome looking quite panicked. "Are we in time? Did you make it?"
In time for...
And he quickly scans around, and he sees you, Lincoln. "You! Lincoln! Doctors, our knees are raving away. Is your mother still alive?"
What?
"Is your mother still alive? Is there time to save her?"
Yeah.
"Oh,
Yes,
like the
I
gods in Bitopia's blessings." And he turns over his shoulder and looks back towards the center of the deck, somewhere out of sight of you all. "She's still alive! We made it! I told you. I don't know what you were frightened about." And walking to the edge of the ship, where a gangplank is unrolling down from the side to the sands below, we see Dozo.
Are you sure that's them? Some of them look a little different from how you described them.
Yeah,
Well, I'll be damned.
funny that. Now, go on, shoot. I'll be back to pick you up at 7.
You promised.
Well, if you're alive.
Thanks for that.
And the figure clambers down from the ship to the sands of Avernus as Lincoln's brother, Tyrannax, last heard of to be in Eberron, steps
Oh my
once
God.
more onto the sands of Avernus. Hey,
Put
Zach.
some real rum in that cup.
I need it.
Hey, bud.
Hi, bro. That is not what Tyrannax says.
Now,
No.
this is our first time for all of the people at home meeting Tyrannex. So please explain yourself, sir.
Well, I mean, Tyrannax just turns around. Arafor's really gone? He's just left me here?
The ship is ponderously rising into the sky once more before the locals realize who's here and try and take him out because he is a pain in the ass for bad people.
Bevan, right?
Jimmy's
not
perched on the
listening.
side just twittering furiously at you.
Tyrannax steps towards the group somewhat hesitantly. I only know by face 2 of them, and our last parting was not perhaps as pleasant.
You mean how you were trying to help
I
your
think
father
Lincoln takes
kill
a step
them?
away, you know, shockingly.
Don't worry, Lincoln, you're several levels higher than you were last time I met you. You'll be fine.
So is
I
he.
don't take any further steps towards you. I especially see Rhea in her resplendent angelic glory, and I want no part of that.
Very briefly, physically, for people back home, what do we see?
Oh. Do you want you want what people see, John?
Yes.
Right. You want okay.
can-
You see a
We
sort
can
of a
we can do what Rhea sees in a moment.
great. The party generally just sees an elf, not like amazingly handsome, but you know, a friendly looking soul, kind eyes, resplendent in a sort of a trench coat, which is covered in scroll cases and the rest of it, just kind of like bulging out of pockets and all the rest of it. There's nothing really particularly special about this elf, just that he seems as pleasant to look at as most elves actually are, and just a friendly sort. Someone you'd quite like to, you know, talk to if you saw him on the streets, that sort of appearance. Just a friendly soul.
Indeed.
Is it the same false appearance that Lincoln saw?
No, he's got a
Or is
full
it different?
he's got a full head of hair this time. Like before it was quite close shaven, but now no, it's a full head of hair he's got right now. There's also one additional I'll say it. I don't suppose Lincoln may pick up on this, and Theo as well. There's although he's got scroll cases kind of bulging out of various pockets and the rest of it, he has a simple scroll case that's hanging quite prominently at his front now. Other than that, he looks mostly the same as you remember him, Lincoln, just the occasional minor difference in minor features.
Although you were quite distracted by your last meeting being in the mire of mourning mothers on the 3rd level of the 9 hells. Not the place that you were leisurely sightseeing around.
I have
Thank-
memories of all those insect creatures.
Thank you, Avernus. Yes, you're absolutely right. Sorry, Lincoln. There is, and Theo, there is one major difference. He is wearing a rather fantastic looking cloak with a hood. Currently, the hood is pushed back, but he is wearing a rather resplendent cloak.
His friends gave him presents to come and visit.
That's fun.
John, that's spoilers. Lincoln didn't know I had friends.
Lincoln. Shit.
Don't do
Okay.
that.
Well, first
Yes.
of all, Lincoln
Right here?
looks. No.
Sorry.
First of all, Lincoln no longer has a mohawk. All of his makeup is gone. He's taken out all of his piercings. He's lost his leg, and he looks like he's just died and come back to life. So that's just a little catch up for you.
Now-
Lincoln just looks at you and he says, "Oh,
Sorry, Lincoln, please. Yeah.
no." Okay. Lincoln just looks at you and he says, "Fucking hell." Do you know? Do you know how long I've been chasing you?
Got your message. Don't know if you got mine.
Did you? I think it was loud and clear. You didn't want to be found, right? That's why you went. That's why you left.
Not quite. Not quite. I look across at the rest of the group as well. I see a lot of faces I don't recognize. I hang slightly more on Theo. I'm trying to get a read on whether he's about to stab me in the back or.
After seeing hesitation, Theo walks up to Junex, and he lets out his hand. Glad to see you're doing better than last time we met.
I hesitate for a second, and I say, I give Theo a small smile, and I say, I don't suppose that's you accepting my contract offer.
Contract offer.
I didn't think so.
No.
I'll gingerly reach
not
out
doing this again.
to my hand as well, and just kind of give him a handshake. I look back at Lincoln and I say, quite a lot's changed, Lincoln.
Yeah. Can I tell you something? I fucking get it.
Well, that's not what I wanted.
No. I get it now. I was stupid. I was so dumb. I thought I could just come to hell. The Hell and Back World Tour. Finding you was gonna be the bonus to that. And then everything fucking collapsed. I died twice. I died 5 minutes ago. I lost my leg. Lost Rhea.
I am not gone.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you. You were right. You had it all along. It's all I can do now to try and make somewhere safe here. Kill Oxrian and make sure no one else fills that void. So you help?
Where I was, I got told a little bit about what was needing to be done, and Lincoln, this is hard for me to say, but I was gonna say you had it right. I've seen family now. What it's supposed to be. And what it's supposed to mean. I mean, I tried to kill you the last time we met, I look at Theo as well. I tried to kill you, but you're very resilient. Very resilient. I'm getting distracted. I saw family, Lincoln. It was not a bad thing. It wasn't what I was expecting. So when Arafor came to pick me up, when he said family needed me, I'm not gonna lie to you, Lincoln, I hesitated. Because you know our family, Lincoln. What are we? But I saw what we could be. And that's something we need to talk about. So yes, Lincoln, I'm with you on this. I'll help you kill, fight, maim father. We'll probably die doing it, but I mean, what a way to go, eh?
Put me out my misery.
I mean,
No. Not thinking like that. You're gonna do this with me. Is that a deal?
I think we all are, Lincoln.
I have one request. Just one. If I die, don't bring me back again.
Okay, Lincoln. This feels way too early for this, but let me just and I reach down towards that prominent scroll case that was been hanging at my neck, and I very carefully open it up, and I pull out a parchment. I look at Theo. It's like we did a handshake. There's no stabby in the back. I mean, I would deserve it, but no.
Don't tell me I signed up for one of your contracts.
No. You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're getting your Avon delivery.
I look at Lincoln and I'm like, I mean, if you're in that bad of a way, you can sign a wrong time. I go towards Lincoln hesitantly, not as if she's gonna bolt, but he's gonna bolt, but in a way that brother, I know. But in a way that, like, I'm not sure if I'm going to
my
bolt
hair is
or
long.
not.
Glam rock.
Doing your hair out. It's very confusing. And
I wasn't really feeling the mohawk. It just was a lot.
Yeah. No, this looks good. It suits you. It's good. I gingerly approach you, and I hand you this parchment, and I say, please be careful with this. And I hand you the parchment. And on the parchment is written in a very Zohath script. Don't know if that means anything to anyone here.
It means loopy.
If you call him Noodles, it means something.
Hello, if you're reading this.
No, what's written, Lincoln, is we are your friends, and you are important. And on it is signed Shivakri, Tide, and Zohath. I look at you, Lincoln, and I say, there's a very important name that's missing from this parchment. I'd like to think he would have signed it if he could. But he can't now. And it might be a bit early for us, but if you could put your name just where his should have been, that might be a good first step for us. Will you write your name?
He holds out his hand for a pen.
This is embarrassing. Where did I?
No, seriously. I have eyeliner. Hang on.
No, it's
Pull out
not.
some eyeliner.
I've got one somewhere.
No,
I've got
it's
it.
a
No,
crayon.
no, it's Lincoln. It's fine. I
Wait,
got
it's
it.
not.
Corbin-
No,
Corbin's
eyeshadow
correct.
works. I've got hair gel.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. Here.
Okay, cool. Wait, Horvin, thank you for this feather. Okay, right. I'll just put that. I put that in behind my ear.
Shut up.
Cool.
As the
I hear
two
things
of you
Shut up.
happening.
are scrabbling for something to write with, a large cloud of dust hoves into view over the nearest sand dune, and there is a roar of machine and the squawk almost and yark yark sound of something piloting 3 war machines. Now, you are standing close to yours, but not traveling in them, riding in them just yet. And as you are standing at the edge of your war machines, 3 others come barreling over the dunes and down towards you. Welcome, Pesh, my friend. Just as things are hotting on up, I hope you had a great time. Welcome everyone that was over from Pesh. Thank you, Raiders. Welcome on in. It's gonna be a good one. Just getting going. And these war machines come flying down the slope and skids to a halt. And as they do, you see these metal shutters clang back on the top. And from the top of these large constructs, you see small, snooted figures, much like diminutive versions of Firemore, as the Cobalt pilots of these mechs emerge from out of the machines. And let me bring you over here to
Okay,
our map.
Lincoln is going to turn to Tyrannax and just say, I will sign this when we make it to the other side. And that's a promise. Fuck it. Fuck it! I'm gonna live! Shit! Ah! Okay, wait! And then I rub some fucking eyeshadow on my hands and I just go, bruh. That'll do. That'll do. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
now
gonna live.
Boy,
Weird.
is this Mad Maggie? Because if this is Mad Maggie, I have. Oh.
No, it is not. It is not indeed. As these very ramshackle-looking war machines come charging towards you, as the raid comes barreling down the dunes towards you, you see one of those, like I say, hatches fling back, and this cobalt rises up out to the top of this war machine, and it yells out from behind a skull mask. My name is Pesh. But you can call me Jigoku Red. And he leaps down, and 4 other kobolds of the various chromatic types leap down beside him, and they all come scuttling forward into the plane in front of you. As they come down here, everyone can see on roll 20.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And they form up there. And the first one yells, Boku wa Jigoku Red And the one next to him goes, Ore-sama wa Jigoku Blue. The one to the left says, Watashi wa Jigoku Green. And the other one's also, Boku wa Jigoku Black. And the other one, Watashi wa Jigoku White. As the chromatic kobolds form up in
Power
front of you.
Ranger posing.
And all of them, yes, they do.
Or Jojo.
Everyone, best Power Ranger pose, now!
I'm dying.
And they all form up in front of you. And as they do so, Jigoku Red, their leader, shouts out to you all, Where is it? We have come, and we will claim it back in the name of Tiamat! Wadi wadi wa! Jigoku Ranger!
Theo looks at Fireball like, oh, someone was bound to chase us.
Fucking upstarts.
And you feel that the Mighty Morphin Cobalt Rangers, yes, Vicky, have come looking for the orb of dragonkind that you stole from Arkan the Cruel at Tiamat's lair. As they form up, and you, faced with 5 little kobolds, for all intents and purposes, looking very much like regular kobolds, except their fairly uniform attire. Please, if you would be so kind as to lower yourselves down off the war machines and face off against these contenders for the stone. I need to find Tyrnax. Tyrnax.
Yeah.
Fireball, it's a bunch
I
of
apparently
kobolds with you
war
to
machine for a second. Hold on.
by yourself.
Welcome on, Raiders. Well, we're just getting things set up here.
Great.
I hope you had an amazing one shot. That was in Eberron. Our friend here in the top left corner has come from Eberron. Maybe you passed directions with the Warforged over there. Our good friends
Perfect.
Dead Aussie Gamer and Dread as GM were there. Dread, are you there, mate? If you're there, please shout it in chat because I have something to say to you.
Oh shit.
A good thing.
Going down
A good
on
thing,
the
I should say.
Dragon channel right now.
Yeah. Streamer drama.
Yeah,
My-
I've got something to say to you.
My new form is very strange on Roll20. I am a war machine.
Oh,
Stop it.
funky.
Stop it.
Lincoln is just blushing.
No, that's what
my
it was.
God.
It was 2 up, I think. There we go.
John, are we stepping down and walking up in the grill, or just stepping down?
It's up to
I
you.
can't click.
Just put Lincoln down
Oh,
there.
that's up, John.
Firemoth steps down and steps forward and just like,
Wait. How's that, Steph?
How's what? Can I do it now?
Token, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm
cool.
no longer a war machine.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm just trying to find your brother, Lincoln.
That's okay. What were you gonna say, John?
I look at Firemore and I look at the kobolds and I'm like, okay, question 1. People you know?
No, we're newly acquainted.
As soon as Rhea says that and I turn around and I look at this angelic figure, wings akimbo just standing above me, I'm just like, she with us?
I used to date her, actually.
I guess.
You'd
Broken
already be
close
gone. And
There you go, Tyrnax.
she steps forward.
Yeah, I know, right?
Everyone, can you spot the Tyrnaxes from a different campaign? Bye.
John, I gotta be honest, and maybe this is something you're trying to set up right now. I'm
No,
not
Scrappy.
actually in this role campaign. So I'm not actually able to access any of this.
Say again,
I
mate?
can see it on. I'm not actually in this. I don't think. Am I? I can't see it under my games as like being part of.
Oh, sorry. yeah, all the stuff going on today. I didn't actually invite you to the Roll20 campaign, did I? So
That's all right.
my bad.
you're
Theater of the
invited to
mind for
party.
Slack.
I'm only partly here anyway.
Oh,
Anyway, it's very easily fixed. Don't worry.
When Pit steps forward with that rather threatening gesture and the rest of it, Tyrannax looks at you and says, "You're not the first angelic creature to threaten me, but you are one of the scariest." So he's going to sort of move sort of close to Lincoln, like, I don't actually know if Lincoln's bigger than me or not, but I'm definitely trying to make myself a little smaller.
I'm 5'10". How's that?
I think we're about the same size, which is perfect. If you be, I say that to you, Tyrannax, like, perfect. If you be my silhouette for just as long as I'm in a radius, that would be swell.
I don't stand in anyone's shadow, mate.
No, that's quite alright. I'm more than willing to stand in
Okay.
yours. I'm more than willing to stand in yours.
Oh,
after
you're
Tyrannax
fine.
I think we're gonna get along very well.
after the brief interactions Tyrannax had with everyone in the party, Theo goes out for another handshake. Oh, these are our friends. Well met to the point.
They seemed a lot nicer when you talked about them before. Well, actually, I don't have a problem with this one, and I point towards Harvard because he's not said anything to me yet. I am fairly used to this kind of attitude towards people, though, but I just haven't experienced it for a while, so I'm a little out of practice.
Oh, he's a necromancer. Don't mind him.
Yeah, he's so evil.
There you go. Swag in the
man.
Discord. There you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Why?
I refuse to hold that mantle.
All right. So everyone, welcome on in. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, I just get a couple of technical things sorted there, as we have a extra planar visitor here. So just sorting that. We have a giveaway going tonight if it's for our followers. So if you would like to type in !CGRPG as it says there from Streamlabs, you can have your chance to win Deeper Descent into Avernus from CGRPG. Please do. Right. Okay. So everyone, as you, is that sorted there, Swag?
Yeah, I'm in. Oh, I don't have control over my token, but I am in.
Are you also a war machine?
Some have likened me to that.
Cool.
But no, absolutely not. Unfortunately,
very
you guys have really not lucked out. Of everyone in the party that I usually run in, approximately everyone else is better at combat.
Swag, try that. No worries, Pesh. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely
Tyrannax,
fine,
I
thank you much.
may not have said much to you so far, and I'd love to learn a lot more about you. I've heard a lot, but let's deal with the theater rejects first.
It's funny because I'm imagining us just talking this whole time while these kobolds are doing their best to like menace me. Like, and we're
Who's
like,
holding their coat?
Wait, we're going
John,
to stick you on spikes.
While they're
Josh.
doing their dance, Firemaw has been keeping a fixed eye on the red kobold.
Okay.
So being the well-experienced fighter that I am, I'm going to use a class ability. Does he have more or less than 55 HP?
You don't know.
I'm using a class ability. I've watched him for a minute. I get to know his HP relative to mine.
Okay. He
Higher
has
or lower?
higher than that.
Okay.
Yeah, he's definitely the leader. Now, as they're all doing their poses here, they see you all come lumbering down with your various weapons and magical items and things looking very menacing, and they look to each other.
I start
They look to each other and they're like...
playing House of the Rising Sun on my
They look to each other and they're like, Chromatic Buster? Chromatic Buster! Chromatic Buster! Chromatic Buster! Okay, Chromatic Buster! And they link arms together in a very intricate form and a combination where some of them are balanced on the legs of the other, hanging off, and they form a strange, almost acrobatic display here, as behind them, their war machines shift and rise up in the air and start to slot together, and then beams of light come down and they are drawn up into this large mechanical construct, which they refer to as Chromatic Buster.
Chromatic Buster. Chromatic Buster.
Oh god. John, do any of them look literate?
My goodness! This
If I'm using dragon stats, I'm sure the green one might be smart.
Do you think he'd take a deal? I don't know how much I have to offer a chromatic buster, however, I kinda want it.
So, you are faced with a gigantic construct that rises up, and you see the little kobolds drawn up into its interior as you are faced by Jigoka Ranger in their mech Chromatic Buster, and it ponderously steps towards you as the arms swing around and it forms a clunkier version of the poses they were. And I need some initiative, please.
Yeah.
This is not
After
gonna be
seeing
good.
No.
Theo kind of points at the machine and looks at Firemaw like, you know, I kind of want to give them the orb now.
My initiative rolls are always on point. I have never in my entire career as Tyrannex rolled higher than a 10 on initiative. And I'm keeping the brand name alive. That's an 8.
I love that.
Nice.
I love that.
Oh god, I'm just
Hanging out.
Wow. Theo 18, you slacking.
No, I got less than 20 initiative for one.
Wow, that's really
I
rare.
can't believe that.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Hang on.
I'm here twice.
Yeah, sorry.
Also, just in case I seemed a little bit distracted whilst we had our Tyrannex meeting, I just got a house. We
Yay!
just got a house. We signed
Yeah.
it. We're off at the house.
Get it.
I keep hanging up the phone and be like, I want to celebrate, but after D&D.
Congratulations, and Lily, if you're watching, congratulations!
She's
Awesome.
asleep, but yeah. She'll watch the replay. I'm sure.
That's amazing. Congratulations to you both.
Yeah. It's a good day for Emma and Lincoln.
Do you hear that, Tyrannex? Good day for Lincoln too. Okay.
And I'm glad to hear that. I wasn't
Yes,
sure
indeed.
about some of the reaction at the beginning. I was like, this could go either way.
All right,
Even
everyone.
after the conversation, this could go either way.
So, as this large
Got
construct
a
lumbers forward, Theo Brothwin, you, of course, are fastest to move.
Okay.
And Firemore, you're on deck, mate.
First off,
By the way,
Sing the
sorry,
scary thing.
Theo, hold that thought.
yeah,
This beautiful map brought to you by CZRPG, of course.
Yee.
okay. So, yeah, I guess first is gonna be like looking the machine like, there has to be a way inside this, right? And like, can I perception check, like, see if there's any like little hatches or like any of the sort?
It's weird, and Mason, you'll know this from real-world TV shows. They just seem to morph through the wall of this thing inside it. They didn't clamber inside. They were just drawn through in beams of light as they had poses.
Oh my goodness!
Very mysterious.
Very mysterious indeed.
Go, go, go.
What magic is this?
Well, you know, Tyrannex, you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And like, Theo Brothwin, thinking like to just charge in through the leg. As he's about to dash, like you see him start running and like morphing. And you see him transform into a werewolf form.
Webo.
As he, yeah, 5, 10. Yeah, so he's going to, he's actually, okay, bonus action, use his ghost form tattoo and walk through the leg of the machine.
Okay.
Oh my god, yes.
So, you're going through the leg to the other side.
Through the leg to see. Is it all machine inside the leg? Is it like empty so I can like climb up?
The bit that you're passing through here at ground level is all metal and parts. Yeah.
All metal. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So you just see Theo Brothman charge, but then go through and be like, all right. So found some new information. Not gonna work. And that's kind of all he can do right now, because that was his bonus action. But he's still in his ghost form, so at least some stuff might happen. I don't know.
Yes, indeed. Noted. Okay, Firemaw.
Firemaw spent all of his resources in the last fight, hops into the war machine, and starts the engine.
Okay. Thank you. Next up is Rhea Mantelmorn. Lincoln, you're on deck.
I'm curious.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Lincoln. The first level. Oh, I don't have to specify. That doesn't do anything if you go up. So if anything goes to attack you, it must make a wisdom saving throw. And on a failed save, the creature needs to choose a new thing to attack. And so that's a bonus action. And I am also going to do Channel Divinity for my weapon. So that way I get a +5 on attack, and that's going to be my turn for now.
Okay. Thank you. And Lincoln, Horvin, you're on deck.
Okay. Can Sanctuary move with me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I would like to. Now I have a fun idea, but I don't know if this isn't in the game. But let's see. Thunder Wave on something metal, right? Do you see where I'm going already?
Give it a whirl.
Like that would be kind of crazy, yeah.
Give it a whirl.
Okay, so I want to get within. Okay, I'm gonna have to approach it. So, how can I get there? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay. Ooh, I'll be right next to it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try it. Fuck it. Ooh! Or with the. Sorry, is the Black Parade here?
Yeah.
No,
right there.
it's not. No,
Yeah,
it's
right
not.
there. Right
It
there.
is?
Yeah.
Black Parade?
Yeah, it's right above you.
Can I?
And
My
you've got
baby!
like,
you've got inspiration as well. Thank you, Cinder.
sweet. So, hang on. I need to go look at what Black Parade. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try Thunder Wave, and if it doesn't work, I'm gonna go Black Parade. So I'm gonna go here, and I'm going to do a Thunder Wave and try and get both of them. So they need to make me
both of them?
Constitution saving throw. Can I? There's
Both.
2 things. Oh wait, that's Theo.
That's Theo.
Sorry. Imagine trying to whack Theo. Theo. I saw it. It was slightly hidden by one of the pop out things.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I
it
am
needs to
kind of
make
under
me
their leg right now.
Yeah, con save, and I'm gonna do it at 3rd level. Please. Con save.
Go for it. Oh, on top of my part, sorry. Okay, that is gonna be 21.
That didn't work, did it?
Is it half damage?
Half damage.
Yep.
Yes. 7. Oh, that's good. 14 plus 2, 16, so it's 8 points of thunder damage.
All right. Thank you. So, as yes, you go running over there
And I'm
just...
going to inspire Tyrannax. I'm going to inspire Tyrannax
Okay.
with my bonus action.
Okay, look.
Possible.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. And
He inspired me. Oh.
Horvin, your turn. Tyrannex, you're next.
All right. So, I look over this thing. How tall is it?
It
How
is.
tall is it?
Let me read the Cobalt Press
Oh God.
description. Ah, where'd he go? There we go. Ah, come back, come back. Sorry. This tavern-sized iron construct crushes everything in its path, sweeping away enemies and walls with one swipe of its mighty fist. The top of its head sports a catapult launching boulders. And you do see a very complicated apparatus up on top. Although it doesn't look like a catapult. Something different about it.
Interesting. Okay.
Now,
Unsettling.
it is 40 feet high.
Okay, very good. I don't think it would matter twice as high. So, we're gonna go with a standby. Morgan's not gonna move, and he's going to cast Tidal Wave on top of this
Okay.
thing. That is a dex save of 17.
Dex save 17. Okay. Nope, fails.
Okay. Wow, 2 1s on the damage roll. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Phil.
Good job, John.
Jump in.
So it's
Jump in a giveaway. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. 17 bludgeoning.
17 bludgeoning. Okay.
Yeah. And on a failed save, it says that the creature is not prone, but this thing's enormous. I don't
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Now,
know.
when you can't, is this magical damage, or is it just water?
I think it's just the water. Yeah, it's just the force of the water that does the damage.
Right. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, crashes down, and you do see certain sparks and a kind of couple of. This is cobalt engineering, so it just kind of, and there's a couple of springs go flying, and there's some shoddy workmanship in here that is rather prone to this water, but it does yes cause some damage to this creature. And you see one of the kobolds screams as they get zapped in the butt with sparks. Okay. Anything else, sir?
Yeah, I think I might climb up on this one machine with Firemaw as well.
Okay, go, go, go. And the engine is revving, and Tyrannax is standing right in front of it. Your turn, sir.
Okay. So Firemore and Horvin basically watch just this thing, but right in front of them, Tyrannax seems to just sort of.
Oh, you got inspiration.
Sorry?
You got inspiration.
Yes, I did add that in. And
Thank you.
Tyrannax just kind of blinks out of existence and reappears next to. Now I'm gonna say Theo, but before I actually confirm that, John, Lincoln got a thunder wave off without
Yes.
harming Theo.
Yes.
Now my teleport can go up to 60 feet, but I need to be within 5 feet of Theo. Can I position it so that I'm next to Theo, but I'm not within 10 feet of Lincoln?
Yep.
Okay, then that's what I do. I blink out of existence and I reappear next to Theo. I'm using Far Step as a bonus action.
Okay.
At which point, I grab a hold of Theo, and I go, okay, 2 things. First, are you willing?
Sure.
Secondly, aerial strike! And I thunder step up onto the top of the creature
Thunder.
with Theo. So we're now standing on the head of this thing. Because if the foot doesn't work, then maybe we can get through. You can maybe ghost form through the top of it and into the actual command post or something potentially. So I'm gonna Thunder Wave and teleport, if Theo's willing, up to the top of this thing.
There you go.
It does.
We're a storm.
I don't think I'm as good at this as Lincoln. It's a con 15, or is that the same as you, Lincoln?
I'm a 17.
Oh, I'm not as good at it. It's a con. I told you I suck at combat. All of my stuff has been put into tricking things so combat doesn't happen.
Failed, Turks. Failed. Let's go.
So I con 15. Sorry, John. Did it?
I failed. What's the damage?
Failed.
Let's go to
It's going to be 5d10.
Let's go to school.
So that's whoa. That's not a bad roll. That's 40 thunder damage.
Wow. Okay.
That's a 10, a 9, an 8, a 9, and a 4.
So yeah, Lincoln, as Tyrannax disappears with Squee Alistair, and they reappear up on top of the mecha, there's a huge kaboom! And Lincoln, you do take 5 damage, I'm afraid, from the blowback from this. But you don't take 40, as the creature does, as this massive thunder wave just impacts against the leg of this giant construct, and it knocks it rather precariously off balance.
Gonna live.
As I whistle by, you just hear this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My
Thank
hair.
you.
Wait, no, it's perfect. My hair sticks up on end. It's a mohawk again.
There you go.
Oh god. What have I done?
All right.
The redemption episode.
No! This is actually kind of touching.
Okay, so
If only.
as you appear up there, boys, I need both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I've made a terrible mistake.
Natural 20!
Nice.
Oh shit!
Oh shit. Saving throw 12.
Okay. Natural 20, got them, if you've got them, folks, let them fly. As Theo nimbly darts out of the way, you know, much quicker than his years would suggest. And he rolls across the top of this creature. It's quite a large flat area up here. And the large fist, because the kobolds, not being the wisest, are punching themselves to get you. So this huge fist just comes looming over and bang, slams down on top of them. And Theo, you dive and roll out of the way, but Lincoln...
John, before you say it.
Yes?
Avernus just maybe saved my life. I do have inspiration. I'm gonna roll before you tell me how that turns out. I'm rolling on advantage.
Yeah.
Lincoln, you may have saved me.
Also have Lincoln's.
Lincoln, you failed me!
Yeah. I saved my brother!
I'll take the 12, thank you. How does this go?
Okay. Tell me, does a 25 hit?
Funnily enough, yes, of course it does.
Okay, so as this massive round fist just comes swooping over from the top, from the side, and crashes down on its own head, you can hear a certain amount of infighting going on between the kobolds inside, and some of them are very angry that this happened. And Tyrannax, you take, let's see, 20 bludgeoning
1 point.
damage.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is not the type of damage I was resistant to. 20, did you say, John?
Yes.
That's alright. Alright.
Luckily, it is resistant to it, so it doesn't hurt itself as much as it might have.
I look at Theo just before that happens and I'm like, that actually turned out not so.
Lincoln,
I'm in. Yes.
does a 33 hit?
My armor class is 12.
Yes, indeed. Okay, the other fist, because it has 2 of them, being piloted by a different kobold. You hear a mischievous, gleeful cackle as the other fist comes hurtling down towards you, and everyone, you, Firemore, the rest of you, just eyes wide, mouths agape, as this fist just impacts into the dirt where Lincoln was standing. And Lincoln, you take 24 bludgeoning damage.
He has sanctuary.
Say again, sorry?
He has sanctuary.
Okay.
Is that
So Remind me.
So,
don't know all the rules.
Yep.
Disadvantage.
Make a wisdom saving throw. So when a
DC.
creature with an attack
Yeah,
or
yeah,
harmful
DC.
spell must first make a wisdom save. 17.
Okay. Ooh, meets it, beats it. Just.
Yay! Whack!
That's plus 0.
I look bloody.
Yes, a huge fist just crushes down into you. So yeah, 24 bludgeoning there.
What? Sorry, Lincoln. What did you do on your turn?
I
Did the
ran up
thunder
to
wave.
it and threw a thunder
He does-
wave
he
at
doesn't
it, and
have
then I
sanctuary.
inspired my bro.
Sorry?
I
He
asked
doesn't
him to
have
move with me.
sanctuary.
What's the deal with that?
Why?
It goes away if he attacks.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, never
There you
mind.
go. Mosquitoes, thank you. Nice name, I like that. Jump in
So
the giveaway if you want to.
I mean, Lincoln will remember that, sure. Maybe there's a glimpse of his
Cheers, Caramel.
ex in there, his friend.
Alright, so yeah, 24, okay? Bludgeoning there. Now, Theo, as you roll away, you're almost swept back across from the direction you came, as there's a slight indentation of broken steel plates as this fist impacted with itself. And you were swept away because this strange, it looks like a cannon from one of your ships, but it's longer, more delicate. Comes round, and you kind of duck underneath it as it swings over your head and faces down towards the war machine where Horvin and Firemore are standing with the engines revved and ready to go. Cheers, Mosquitoes. And it unleashes one of its attacks. It is going to be... let's see here. I need... Okay. Yes, okay. So, a beam of lightning crackles out as the blue cobalt fires off the turret's weapon against the two down in the war machine. So, the two of you, please make a dexterity saving throw.
It's gonna be a natural 1, so we're gonna get hit by that one.
17, baby.
Nice. Let me just check the DC. Ooh, 19. Now.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Cobalt Briss. Okay, as this lightning crashes down. Hang on, Sirenscape. To my aid, to my aid.
Come on now.
It's kind of hard to hear in the mix, there's so much going on. Okay, this lightning bolt comes crackling across towards both of you and it just electrifies the entire shell of the war machine. And both of you just like, and you see your skeletons through your skin, of course. Now, you both take 18, 25 lightning damage.
Alright. I heard 12 lightning damage.
Can you have it?
Thanks, Bahamut.
Nice. Good resistance. Okay, 25 lightning damage to you both as this lightning bolt comes crashing across. And... oh god, here's me suddenly remembering all the things I didn't do. Crap. Hang on, let me quickly do something here, people. Sorry, so much going on. Oh, it's already there. That's fine. Boop. We did that. And... now, everyone, let me just do this. Orvin,
Oh.
as the lightning courses through your body, you almost have this out-of-body experience. Everything stops. And there's just this almost witch bolt-like arc of energy between this massive construct and where you're standing on the war machine. And you hear a voice.
Horvin.
Yes.
Aren't you sick of all this?
I feel like that would be an understatement.
Look at Firemore. Isn't he magnificent?
In many ways, yes.
Another Fire Moss shipper, I see.
Not sure I'm catching your drift.
Don't you wish
Wink.
you were bigger, stronger? A tank, I believe, is the phrase.
Sure, sometimes. Nice right now.
You've been doing such stirring work for me. Why don't you let me give you a little boost?
I'll take what you're willing to give.
Marvelous.
So long as it helps all of us get out of here alive.
I'm not going to forget to turn it off today.
I didn't know
Chromancy.
that Horvin's patron was Rita Repulsa.
Sorry, lost on me. But
Snaps for the
Horven,
reference.
as you agree
Power Rangers.
to receive some of your patron's power, Firemore, as you recover from this bolt striking into you, you see Horvin standing bolt upright. And you see those strange, elongated, almost wing-like ears stretching and forming around his head, extending almost like a helmet down over his shoulders. And as he does so, those shoulders, the chest, the arms all grow bigger and bigger, massively huge, and all of the feathers fall out, and beneath you see bare skin, rippling muscles, as Horvin stands atop the war machine, resplendent in his new form.
I need
Just a
I
giant
need
buff
to see what
turkey.
this looks like.
Ew!
Please tell me wrestling. Where is the art?
To get you in, John.
Horvin?
Rita Repulsa is the person in Power Rangers that says, "Make my monsters grow."
There it is. Thank you, thank you.
Kaiju Kenku, Kaiju Kenku.
As this massive creature with this raven-headed scythe-like weapon at his side. Horvin, you got the stat block here?
Yeah.
Ready to roll. Everyone, isn't a world with Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft in it a wonderful thing?
Oh my god, I don't like this. I do not like this one bit.
I'm excited for.
He
I'm
needs
excited
like
for-
turkey plucked marks, you know, like he needs goosebumps.
I'm
I'm
excited for.
so frightened right now, John. What did you invite me into?
This is
As the
is
sounds of
regular
combat comes
Friday evening.
crashing back around you, Theo, Rothwin, Squee, Alistair, you are atop this massive construct being thrown around as it's moving. Cheers, Peanut. Good to have you. And I'm almost loath to go back to the map because this is so epic. I love that art so much. It's so good. Horvin, in your new form, you are ready to roll next time you come around. When I come round. Okay, now.
So,
Yes.
so as the cannon shot at the demon grinder,
You saw the token.
Theo was still
No, I
looking
saw
at the
his health.
Theo was looking at the demon grinder and be like, "Oh, Tyrannex, would you look at that? The demon grinder has a catapult." Orvin?
I'm like, Theo, they hit him with a mutagen ray! What the shit are we fighting?
I'm dying.
Go, go, go.
You take care of the ray. Going in, and Ghost Form like drops through, real quick. Drops through the roof of the head, and as soon as like there's an opening where he sees the kobolds, he's like getting out of the Ghost Form. But...
Oh, Alicia. God damn it. See that, everyone? More like Forvin.
I need to look.
Very good, very good. All right. Now, as you drop through, Theo, you drop down, and you know, in all of the Power Rangers and the various mechs, they're in that kind of strange room with like these various operating stations. Yeah. Now, smash cut to Pacific Rim, where they move to a different turret, and they're immediately transported through the middle of this beast by these strange kind of like conveyor belt type, you know, strap-on kind of like harness things. As you appear in the room, there's certain squeals of panic, and like he's like, "Yo, fuck! One of them's in here! Shimata, nigate!" And you just see them just go, and two of them shoot off down the arms. For those who don't speak Japanese, that means run away, run away. And two of them go hurtling off down towards the legs. And one of them stays in the room there, but a large chunk of the wall extends out around him. And these like blast doors kind of things close in front of them. What do you do?
Okay.
The ways that they went are open. You can chase one of them if you want to, or stay here with the one that's in the head.
Yeah, I guess I'll take care of the one in the head real quick.
Okay.
And then, but before,
He said up.
In my little pocket dimension, I'm like, go, Private Radican! And the Private Radican pops out his pocket dimension and chases one of them, like, down.
That's his familiar, everyone. He has magic powers, because he took, what was it again? Something adept? Magic initiate, there we go, yeah.
Magic initiate?
So yes, your little ship rat friend comes scampering across towards the one there behind the blast doors.
Yes, perfect.
Okay. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna try and get to the one that's in the head and like get through his defenses real quick.
In what way?
And like ram at them with my tusk and see if I can break through the doors.
Everyone, I think you may be witnessing for the first time here a rogue faced with the door just tries to ram through it.
Yeah, that's the first.
Be my guest, mate. Be my guest.
Yeah, thanks for the wearable strength. That's going to be. Right. Wait. I should ask. What am I rolling? Am I rolling athletics? I'm assuming.
You're just rolling your charge attack, right?
Or yeah, charge attack. Okay. So then that's going to be 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And
as you go charging, squealing, and with your little familiar charging ahead of you, you slam into these blast doors from behind which this cobalt is cackling at you, and you take 4 bludgeoning damage as you crash into these doors and fall on your ass.
All right. So I tried to do it fire my way for once, and it didn't work out. So,
Michael has given me disadvantage.
I resent that.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay, Firemaw.
Firemaw shifts into gear and says something like, Mendokusai Konogaki. And he's gonna ram the left leg.
Okay. I'll no do that for you, so you're gonna take Forvin with you.
He wants to. I have to get him closer. He wants to hit him with the sword.
He is standing stark still, like on the front of this formation.
That's
No.
terrifying.
Swolven, you need one of those like Mad Max flaming guitars on the front end.
Oh my goodness!
That big crow-shaped scythe doubles as that, definitely. Okay, thank you. So you go charging there. Go for that. Go for that, Josh.
What am I rolling? It's the War Machine.
It's all in the stats there, right?
Oh, yes. Demon Grinder. I forgot that was there.
No worries, mate. Are you using the Wrecking Ball or the Chomper?
Chomper.
Okay.
Wrecking Ball is better, honestly.
Yeah.
So let's just use the Wrecking Ball.
So yeah, you do this amazing handbrake turn and just like slide the back of the machine around, and the momentum just brings the Wrecking Ball flying around and crashing into the leg. Roll to hit.
18.
18 just hits. Nicely done.
Alright, 60. Oh, no. 8d8 plus 4.
Nice.
Uh, 32.
32. Fantastic. Okay. So, yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Double the damage if the target is an object or structure. It's written right there. Interpret that as you will.
It's a construct, so I think it escapes that because it can move. It can move its leg away to kind of soften the blow. It's not right. It's not like attached to foundations.
Right. Yeah, I guess
yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay. Thank you. I mean, it is actually sentient as well. Hey, Senpai Sam. Thank you. Jump in the giveaway if everyone hasn't yet. Hey, how you doing, Josh? The other Josh is there. Get him, Fireball. At least Dread didn't come by as well, then we'd have so many Joshes. Cheers, buddy. Alright, so that is that. And Rhea Mantelmorn.
I need to ask, am I using the long sword as my new sword? Because we don't have a... Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but then it does the extra damage.
Okay, I don't have a picture of the book for the damage that it does.
I gave you, on Roll20, I gave you the item. It says everything in there. It's in the magic items section on Roll20.
Oh. In Roll20, okay. Apologies.
Alright, no worries.
Is it in the journal?
Yep. Magic items. Sword of Zariel.
I'm like all the way at the bottom now. Colby's looking too, just so you know I'm not crazy. Boom. Okay, there we go. Alright, so that's gonna be... Oh, I'm gonna fly up, by the way. I fly up like...
So, whoosh, the wings spread out, and for the first time, as your new form, you take to the sky. Again, this is one of those moments, I just need the art of this. It's just like, this angel just goes soaring through the sky towards this huge 40-foot high mech with Tyrannax on top of it, and the big Swolvin down the bottom there.
Amazing.
Okay,
So
go.
Longsword is like emitting 20 feet of bright light as I fly, or of light as I fly up, and that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
It's
because I have +5 for another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be...
It says the longsword damage plus 2d8. Oh, sorry, 3d10. Because right, you don't have a shield, do you?
No, I don't have a shield.
Okay, so it's the longsword damage plus 3d10 radiant.
Okay, and I'm also going to do Divine Smite.
Nice.
As well, which is 3d8 radiant.
Okay, so the Celestial Sword's Wrath and Storm's Vengeance flash out towards this construct.
So that's gonna be, oh, I didn't separate it though. It's gonna be 34 damage. But I didn't separate it. Do you want me to re-roll?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
34?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you just go swoosh through the air,
My
your wings.
longsword damage. 42. 42.
Okay, you go swooshing through the air, bring the sword around, slash it. Where are you attacking? Which part?
Right in its face.
Okay, so Tyrannex, you just see this angel, this wrathful angel, come charging towards you with this longsword. You're just like, oh no, this is it. This is how it ends.
Yeah.
And then she flashes past you
I'd end
and
badly.
drives the sword point first into the top of the creature, and you're like, oh, thank somebody. Okay.
Patrick's, that was close.
This thing is looking, I can't say bloodied, it's looking oily. Shall we say?
Oil.
Lincoln.
Lincoln is my name. So here's the thing. As much as I want to fly up and join the chaos up there, I can't do that without expending a pretty high level spell slot, and I have a mother to save. So I'm going to do pretty much exactly what I did before, and I'm going to Thunder Wave it again. So it needs to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay, look. Natural 20, so 25.
Okay. So 9, 15, 20. Ooh, 10 points of thunder damage.
Nice, nice, nice.
That one.
Kaboom.
Okay, no more magic hammer.
Okay, so yeah, again, you set off that massive thunderous wave, and it goes across, and you see the leg that's right next to you where this damage is hitting. It's shaking strangely, and like plates are falling off the side. And at one point, one of these large metal plates just comes clanging off onto the ground, and behind it you see a very panicky-looking kobold. He's like, "Whew," and he like gets moved up higher up into the leg.
I can see a kobold.
Very briefly, yeah, just goes, "Whew," and goes up inside.
Okay. Oh, he's moving? Okay.
Yeah, like gets drawn up inside there.
That's nice.
Okay. What?
I
Anything
have
else?
features I can use if I can see them, but if I can't do that then... Well, I was gonna say, I have things I can do if I can see them,
Right.
but if they're moving, then I probably can't, so it's fine. That's fine. That'll do.
Okay, Wolven. Swolven.
Okay, so Big Horvin just kind of like looks at Firemaw and then looks at the leg and jumps, like holds the pick over his head. His thing is called the Executioner's Pick. And he jams it, he like jumps off the war machine and jams it into the leg and
Now, of course,
like goes down.
let us not forget this is all happening basically at the same time. So as the war machine slides round, the wrecking ball just goes swirling around in a pendulum-like motion, crashing into the leg, and the momentum of the vehicle suddenly stopping carries your gigantic, rippling form through the air as you just like slow motion into the leg. Yep, go for it. With advantage.
Oh, let's do that. I don't think it's necessary, but let's do it.
There we go, nice 20.
Okay, no. So that's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So it's gonna be 2d10 plus 6 of piercing.
Okay.
So that is... Wow, that was awful. A 1 and a 2 on the dice.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's only 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
Not as effective as I wanted, but I get 2 attacks.
Yes, you do.
So the second one, I'm going to use my deadly shaping attack. So he lands on the ground after this like scraping attack on the leg, and he like kind of reaches his massive arm up and like towards the ground, and then like shifts up again, and he's like these giant pieces of stone from the ground just kind of heft themselves right up into the carriage of this thing. And the creature must make a DC 18 Dex save.
Fails.
Perfect. So it takes 5d8 of bludgeoning damage.
So yeah, you'll see this creature that Horvin has become reached out, and then the boulders and the rock of the ground around him just rises up with his hand almost effortlessly. He tears a huge chunk, and it forms itself into a large bludgeoning tool and slams into the creature.
Okay, so it takes 17 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
And that's gonna be it. He's just
Okay.
going to like reset and like put the pick back in his other hand and just stand there.
Tyrannox.
Yeah, I'm gonna do something a bit different if you'll allow it, John.
Dex save, Dex save, please.
Oh Christ, that's what you're talking about. All right.
I wasn't calling your turn.
Damn it. Actually, it's a 15.
Okay. As this strange crow-like creature tears into this leg, and your brother does thunderwave after thunderwave on the other, you feel this creature starts to ponderously sway back and forth, and then there is a sudden tilt as the whole thing goes down towards the crow creature, and both of the legs buckle beneath it, and it's suddenly 20 feet lower at an angle, and you are thrown from the top and take 9 bludgeoning damage as you are thrown down at your brother's side, as you are hurled off this creature, as it just collapses to the ground, its torso still raising upright, and the arms moving around ponderously, sparking with energy and able to move still, but it is unable to walk anywhere as the legs have been destroyed. And it's your turn. You're prone.
Okay.
Lincoln, your brother just comes hurling towards you.
I'm just like,
Adventure Archive, thank you so much. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, thank you.
and I look across at Lincoln and I go, don't worry. This is actually going better than most of my plans usually do. I stumble to my feet. Now, John, what I'd like to do, but I don't know if I have an angle, if I can still see, Theo told me to keep basically control of the laser mutator ray, as
Yes.
far as I'm aware. Do I have an angle on that specifically right now?
It's up on top of the head, basically, just like a turret, almost on the top there. And Ray, can you put yourself where you are, please? I don't think you're over there anymore.
Okay, so I can't see it from where I am.
Not right now, I'm afraid. No, it's up above the creature.
That's a real shame because I rolled a concentration check on my far step and I failed it, so it's gone. Oh well, it wouldn't be the first time I've let down a party member. Theo, sorry man.
It's okay. A lot of things happen down here in Avernus, I understand.
Alrighty. In that case, I think I'm gonna take a selfish turn. No, I'm not. Okay, what I'm gonna try and do is I'm going to try and I know it's on the ground. I'm gonna try and run around the side as much as I can, and then unleash like 3 Eldritch Blasts. Because, as you know, John, I added the ability to my Eldritch Blasts to force a creature 10 feet away when I strike it. So I want to basically try and position it so, or at least try to knock it even more off balance, so that it's basically the squishier command center type thing is in a better position for the War Machine to maybe go to town on it, or for Horfin to do his swollen thing on it.
Okay, go for it.
So that's, I've just moved around to about, I'd assume here,
Okay.
and then basically try and angle the face towards. So at the level I'm at,
Sorry, on the overlay, we've got the CZRPG logo next to the R20, the Roll20 window, and the P is just into the map there, and your head is right in the circle of the P at the moment. It's just like, hello.
then I channel the power of this. First bolt is pretty bad. Pick it up. That's a 15.
Misses, I'm afraid. Just
Second bolt?
ricochets off the armor plating.
That's got to hit. That's a 26.
Yes.
Okay, if that didn't hit, I'd give up immediately. And the third bolt is almost certainly hit as well. That's a 20.
Yep, it's fine. No problem.
All right. So that's 2d10 plus 6 basically. So
Go for it.
a 1 and a 10. Wow, what a split. Plus 6. So that's 17 force damage, and I'm pushing it. I don't know how this works. 10 feet, I guess, but I don't know if you'll allow for, like, you know, smack, smack, knock it twice kind of thing. I don't think that's how it works. I'm not sure if each bolt can affect the same target more than once,
Like that,
but I'm
right.
hitting it to force it into a better position for the others to hit.
Okay. So yeah. Smack, smack, indeed. Okay.
That's
Thank
it.
you.
So where is the chest of this thing approximate to my location now?
The chest of it is just 10 feet above you.
Perfect. So I'm gonna use a legendary action.
Oh shit.
Swing batter.
Implacable Advance.
Yes.
The Juggernaut moves up to its speed, ignoring difficult terrain. Any object in its path takes 10d10 bludgeoning damage if it isn't being worn or carried. So I want to try to walk through this thing.
Okay. So yes, you just go hurtling, just like spinning with that beak of that metallic beak of the helmets at the fore, and you just go, just like there's this horrible grating metal sound, and sparks fly as this juggernaut crashes into this thing. Go for it. Is there any kind of save or anything?
No. It's 51 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Thank God you are not magical.
We're gonna crush Theo between bolt heads. Like,
Yes.
this is not great.
Yeah, there's a terrifying noise, Theo, as this something very, very bad is happening in the chest cavity of this thing. Firemore, you have inspiration. Thank you, Cinder. Sorry, we've taken off the things here. So slapdash overlay here. Okay, thank you. Now, luckily, it does get one more go. Farewell, sweet prince. Maybe. Now, as it turns the heads like ponderously, and Theo, inside you see Jigoku Ranger Red just just mashing buttons, just like pulling levers and things inside this little control room, and shouting into metal tubes, shouting messages down. He's like, "Mina nani yatteru? Nande ashi o goku nai no? Ah, dou surebai no? Na kore yo shite miyou. Na yachai." Just trying to destroy. And by the way, everyone in our game world, Dragon, this one, Draconic is what I'm looking for, is Japanese.
There we go.
This is what's going on there. And the two fists swing around. One of them, that's Tyrannex, blasted with his Eldritch Blast energy, is looking a bit shaky and might have disadvantage on its attack. But the other one goes swinging towards you, Lincoln, once more. That is going to be 19. And that is
Sorry.
22 bludgeoning.
Who's this one whacking?
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
I'm still up.
Okay. The other one has disadvantage.
Another one?
Yes.
Oh, my turn. Maybe I've saved you this time, Lincoln. Because it's disadvantage.
One of them is a natural 20. The one I would have rolled without on its own without disadvantage. The other one is a 3,
Oh god.
which makes it 17.
Wait, what? Oh my god, what?
Sorry, it's plus 14.
Was that at Lincoln?
No.
Yeah,
Let's do this again, lads.
but it's not critical. Not a critical. That well, okay. 12. 20 bludgeoning.
Okay,
No.
this is how it happens. Lincoln gets whacked once and he just kind of like
please.
stays and goes like... He steadies himself, he's just like... Fuck, that one got the wind right out of me. And then he just falls, slam. He's unconscious
Okay.
on the floor in front of you.
All of you. All of you.
Lincoln perfectly placed on a crater in the map.
That's right there, isn't it?
Oh
I
yeah, there's
walked
the
right
impact
into
mark.
it.
Yeah, the fist just goes slam down the top. And you hear gleeful cobalt cries from within the machine. And even as you do, there's a whirring sound as the headpiece turns towards, once more, Swolvin and Firemore. And... okay, that is going to be... a gout of white energy just comes blasting out of the turret towards the both of you. And I need that dexterity saving throw again.
Not this time either.
Yeah, go in. How'd you go? Dexterity
Okay.
save.
Well, 7
got a
for that
20.
half cover, but
Say again, sorry.
I got a 20.
Okay, so you take half of the damage as this blast of cold energy just engulfs the entire war machine. And... oh, actually, no. Sorry, Horvin, where are you? That
Oh,
doesn't
right.
matter, does it? Yeah, go on. Move
standing
your
in
tokens,
the
people. Move your tokens. Don't leave them around.
Yeah.
Come on. We're using the tabletop for a reason here. We needs it. We needs it.
We have all these new toys. We're looking at all these different tabs.
Yeah. Tell me about it. The TM has all the tabs. Okay, so Firemore. Let's return to you. As this thing seems supercharged compared to before, as it's using its cannon ability. This is not the same attack as before. And this supercharged cold energy just comes blasting out, and you hear the roar of triumph of the white cobalt from inside. And that is 10d6 cold damage. Let's go on the roller here.
That's a lot.
Boom.
That's a lot.
36.
what I'm hearing is 18.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's chromatic, baby. I don't care. What are these people even about?
Well, don't you have resistances to the metallic ones now?
It's the same damage type.
It's just the point, yeah. It's just the flavor, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is the point. There's a point. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that cold just blasts around you. You see the war machine looks a bit damaged as well as this just gets all up in the workings there. You just see frost sparkling across the entire surface of the machine there. And Theo, Bothwin, your turn, sir.
Yes. So standing up angrily, he's like, he looks like he's doing the same thing, backing up and charging at the door. And I imagine the kobold like laughing at him and then freaking out, because then I use my ghost form, going to my last ghost form, to charge through the door and then charge into him.
Oh, yes, Theo.
But first you don't succeed, enter ghost form, then screw them up.
Yeah. So, and that out of anger, it's a natural 20 to,
Nice.
to hit that charge attack.
Thank God it was red. Thank God it was red that's in there.
Yeah. And so, for the charge attack,
One of them has 7 hit points. the others are a bit better, but one of them has only 7.
That's hilarious. So that's gonna be 17 damage, and he has to make a strength save. Let me double check. Yeah, strength saving throw, DC 13.
All right, hang on. 6.
All right, he is now knocked prone.
Okay,
Which,
what was the damage again?
Yeah.
It was 16 damage.
16? Okay.
Yeah. Now, since the charge attack is with his tusk, and my multi-attack, like, I can attack twice as long as one of my attacks is with tusk, can I swing with my scimitar?
Yep.
Alright. So that's going to be 25 to hit.
Nice.
And let me get the dice out. 'Cause getting that-
Theo, you have advantage.
Yes. I rolled with advantage.
No, you've got inspiration from chat.
Oh, yay! Fun.
Thank you. Cindy, you've been great tonight. Thanks so much.
I forgot how much. 60 to 6 with my sneak attack. So hold on, I need 7 dice. Okay. That's going to be. That's gonna be 28 points of damage.
That was, you just hear the kobold there. It's just like, uh-oh. That's as you came through the door. so, say again, please.
28 points of damage.
Okay. For the first time in this, our anniversary stream, tell me what happens.
So, out of anger, Theo charges through the door, and scares the kobold, makes it through, and tusk him down to the ground. And as he's down, Theo points a sword at him and says, "I am the captain now." And like slashes down.
Yeah.
Slashes down.
Good.
Nice. Rhea, dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. Even if I'm not on it, because I'm flying.
No, because you landed on it to stab it. You landed on
Okay.
it, drove your sword into it.
Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. I got a 9.
9, okay. It's not hideous, don't worry. You take 5 bludgeoning damage as the turret on top of this thing suddenly starts flailing around wildly as its controller is destroyed inside, and it smashes into you at one point and does 5 bludgeoning damage. Okay, 5 more.
A little bonk.
The war machine goes quiet, and you know, there's this moment of pause, like, oh no, did Fire Maw come down? And then through the frosty mist, he jumps out of the war machine and slams down on it with his glaive.
Nice.
So he's gonna roll with his advantage from inspiration.
Thank you, Cinda.
It's only a 16. That sucks.
It's a miss, I'm afraid.
Go at it again.
Go for it.
How about a 22?
Just hits. Oh no, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one.
Alright, how about that 26 damage?
Nice. Okay, so as you leap through the air, you glance the glaive across the chest as you go leaping by. It just scrapes, sparking dramatically off the metallic carapace on the front there. But then you swing it round in a large arc, and you just chop off one of the other arms. Right, you just go straight through the shoulder joint, and the massive arm just goes into the dirt below.
Alright, third attack. Third attack is a miss.
Okay.
So we go for the other arm, but it doesn't work out.
No problem.
Bonus action attack, because I have for 28 to hit.
That hits.
10 damage.
Okay.
So he tries to scrape against it, doesn't break its armor at all, and then slams it with the other side of his glaive.
All right.
For bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Thank you. So, yes, you smash into the other one and cause some damage on the other arm as well, but it's still moving, if slightly uncertainly. And Rhea.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Hits. So you're going for this one arm that's still moving?
Yes. That's going to be 16.
Hey, everyone. 16 damage, okay.
Yep, and I get 2 attacks, which I forgot about last time. So the second verse, same as the.
Yeah. Oh,
That's going to be 21.
don't think that's
Nice.
And 22 damage.
All right, okay. So. As this large turret comes spinning round, smashes into you, knocking you up into the air above the creature, you rise up and your wings whoosh, go out to the side. Okay, and you stop your backwards movement. If this was on the ground, you would skid across the ground to a halt, but you do that in the air, and
Like those parachutes that stop you.
yeah, right. And you beat your wings once, twice, and then fold them in at your sides and go hurtling down towards the form of this giant construct sent by Tiamat to reclaim her stolen treasure. And you go crashing into this last remaining arm. Tell me what happens.
So as Rhea comes down to come crashing into this arm, she has her she takes her sword. I have to have 2. I was gonna be like she just puts it in one hand, but I have to have 2 because I rolled the d10. She has a smirk on her face because this is the first time she's really getting to use what Torm wanted her to have, and she kind of turns all the way around and looks up at the sky and is like, no one can see this, but she's like, thank you, to Torm, and then turns around and just as she comes down, and the entire thing, I'm gonna take liberties, it's bright blinding light coming out of the entire sword, and it looks like as it slashes through, it looks like a knife, but it doesn't exactly cut it in half. It just, and she hopes she can hear little Cobalt cries.
Okay, so yes, you just come hurtling out of the sky with the momentum of your flight and the blazing celestial energy of this sword, and just crash into the arm. Its slow motion just erupts into shards of metal and plates of rusted steel, and you find yourself kneeling on the sands of Avernus with a cobalt body pierced to the rock below as its tongue lolls out the side of its mouth, and Jigoku Ranger Yellow breathes, there is no yellow, white, breathes their last.
amazing. That's so Cobalt. That whole setup.
Indeed.
John, if combat's over, I'm gonna quickly move.
Not quite, mate, sorry. No,
All
Lincoln,
right.
death saving throw, please.
Seven.
That is a fail. Horvin. What was the name of your weapon again? Can't hear you.
The Executioner's Pen.
As the Executioner rises from the broken metal and steel of this broken war machine, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Firemore, how good is your dex?
Fuck off.
I hope you can dodge, man.
I'm a fighter. It's not trained.
Can't hear you.
Oh no, now we can't hear Steffi.
Okay, it's a 15.
Okay. You, breathing heavily, just your muscles tuned for battle, designed for war, bred for death. You look about you. You see this inanimate form destroyed before your attacks, as it only was gonna go. And you see this hideous, vile, angelic form hovering in the air in front of you, and some twisted, snouted, tusk-filled, jawed wereboar creature, not worthy of life, surely. And you turn on them, and you raise the executioner's pick up above your head, and... No. Wait.
Oh, thank fuck!
That's Rhea. That's Lee Alistair. They're your friends. And Horvin wins through and overcomes the Juggernaut's natural instincts. And Tyrannox, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move immediately to Lincoln. And I'm assuming everyone's attention is away from me at the moment. So I'm going to lean down over Lincoln, and one of my hands is going to begin to do a dim glow. And I'm going to reach down towards Lincoln and say quietly, "You know, the one thing I hate most is a broken promise. You're signing that paper. I'm not gonna let you break that promise." And I'm doing lay on hands on Lincoln to heal her immediately, or however the hell much I can. It's not gonna be great, but it'll get you from death's door, Lincoln. This is embarrassing. Features list. I should know this. I actually use this a lot to get my bleeding. It's only 11 HP, but you're away from death's door.
Lincoln, as you rise up out of the darkness of unconsciousness, you see your brother kneeling beside you, healing energy from his hand flowing into your chest, breathing life into you once more, and your eyes open, and you sit up next to him.
It gets darker every time.
You still got that pen?
I have the pen. Oh. It's broken, hang on. Let me
Crap.
do you know what it'll do?
Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Assign my name.
I gingerly place it back into my scroll case. I close up the scroll case, and I help you to your feet, Lincoln.
Meanwhile, atop the wreckage of the machine, Rhea, Lee, you are faced with this huge, otherworldly creature with this terrible-looking weapon, breathing heavily, snarling around, looking for more action, more violence to be had. And then it starts to shrink, growing smaller and smaller, and feathers out of the flesh, and the beak becomes more natural as the helmet and the metallic substance that was coating the head and shoulders of Horvin retreats back into those strange demonic ears of his. And you see Horvin stood before you.
So, as Horvin gets out of there, I'm assuming very dazed from being in that form, Theo walks up, gets out of werewolf form, puts his knee down, hand on his shoulder. Here, just in case you go through that again, maybe this will make it easier to control. And he hands him the prickly pear flower that Tarina gave him.
Oh.
Thank you.
And if I can add one more thing from chat, Lee Alistair, you also say, as he takes the flower from you, sun's getting real low, Horvin. As he de-hulks. Back to his form.
I want to imagine that Jigoku Black is climbing up out of the wreckage and sees all this, and it's like, oh, I have to get him, and Firemon just picks him up by his tail. It's like, they're having a moment, let him...
Throw him away.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Good content.
I mean, if we're doing on brand here, you should spin around a few times and then just hurl him into the distance, and he just disappears in a little star, a little twinkle in the clouds.
Sure,
Ray
why
will
not?
think, that's what Firemaw did to me.
And you are left with occasional sparking machinery and gouts of steam and smoke erupting from the creature from time to time, as the remains of 3 war machines disassemble once more, and the Jigoku Rangers are no more.
Horvin,
Yes.
what the fuck?
Am I fixed?
You're kind of broken, I think.
Well, yeah, that was a little strange. It wasn't so bad, except I couldn't talk.
That was the worst part, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe something of a gift.
No, that was definitely a curse.
You were bigger than I was.
He
We're
looks
very
at
witty
like
today.
the damage that he did to the machine, and then he looks back at Rhea and he was like, I don't know that was a curse at all.
He's a necromancer, fucking hell.
He whips back to Lincoln. Enough! You know I'm not a necromancer.
It's never enough.
I have my doubts
Never
now.
enough.
You know, Farmaw,
The swollest necromancer.
from what just happened, we may need to add a visit Ebonmarsh sometime to the list of things we need to take care of.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone, let us travel somewhere that's at least a little bit safer than here. Let us rest for a little bit. We deserve it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Get on the Black Parade. Do a couple of wheelies. That's gonna make everything better. And, yeah, thank you, Tyrannic. Thank you.
Yeah, your friends are kind of scary.
Yeah, we used to be a band. Kind of still are. The whole kind of conceit of it was like, you know, like heavy metal, but like, you know, the kind of performative one where you like hard rock hallelujah, put on some costumes and shit. But also we can talk about that. They're all a bit creepy, but they're fine. I like
No,
them.
yeah, no. I
I'll
mean,
try
I
to
was just
condemn one.
cool.
Don't think
No,
about that.
I was just gonna say though. I mean, your bird friend throwing massive boulders around. I mean, that's pretty much the epitome of rock. So I'm totally on Totally on board.
When
No, cool.
when
Tyrannox,
Lincoln
you get
says
me.
like heavy metal, Corvin, like as he's trying to climb out of the carapace of this thing, like a bunch of metal falls over and kind of like a melodious sound, like sorry.
Everyone has
The
a
music is
moment.
just in them.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine all three of us pop out like, "Hi, Tyrannox!" Like, like
Oh, we're gonna rock some hallelujah.
I'm like looking at the everyone there and then looking at the 3 war machines, and I'm honestly considering which one of these war machines and which of these mad, insane, crazy people am I most likely to be able to walk away from the wreckage of a war machine from.
Yeah.
you know, that's gonna have to be a dice
It's one
roll.
of those things
for
where
that
the
one.
explosion happens, you don't look back.
I mean, it's what normally he'd just be like, feck it, I'll just ride with Lincoln, we seem to be getting along okay, but Lincoln is apparently very prone to death right now, and that's not really what I want to be close to.
Yeah, and also Lincoln would just say, after I die, every time I kind of just like to take a little bit of time to myself. Nothing against you, I just
No,
happens
totally,
a lot.
totally understandable. I guess I'm riding with the boar. I'll be.
His
I'll,
name's Lee Alistair. But,
That'll do, Lee. That'll do.
likes to think he's a pirate, but yeah. That's old stories, but yeah.
I am definitely riding with this guy. I 2 of my friends,
It's
2 of my
cool.
best friends are pirates. It's cool. I can handle this.
You just
And
hear,
you met him before.
you hear Lee in the background, "Privateer!"
Privateer. That's
Yep.
true.
Can I
Important.
also say your friends have
Important
very good
distinction.
ears?
Especially Orvin.
Tyrannox,
Now-
though. You're still wearing your disguise. Is that?
Yes, Tyrannox, do describe what Rhea sees.
Must I?
She,
I
She-
don't.
Rhea?
Not
I
really.
have
You
eyes
don't
that can
to do
see you.
anything.
Rhea,
Yeah.
do you look at Tyrannox?
Yes, with my eyes. Sorry.
I'm like
Yeah.
a frog in before a snake right now. I just like the shivers down my spine. All right. Well, what
This
Rhea
is
sees is
cool
very
as a
different
blunt.
from what I described earlier. What everyone else sees is the genteel elf. What Rhea sees is a mess. There's barely any features left on this scarred, ruined face of his. Parts of his body, from what you can see, obviously it's mostly clothed, but the facial area, the arms and the rest of it, parts of it just appear to be held together with tendons and just strips of flesh. Like if someone were to just cut just a little piece, it feels like the entire face would just slough off. There are obvious signs of torture marks and scars running across various parts of his body that you can make out. And one part of his cheek has just gone entirely, but the muscle inside has been pulled up to give his face a half-looking rictus grin. And that's what you see.
Do I know that John can answer this question? Do I know if he is using a spell to create this
Oh, yeah.
illusion, or do I think everyone sees what I see?
No, you know that everyone else can't see that. Nobody else can see that.
So now that all the dust has settled and everything's done, I'm gonna approach. Hold on, let me move myself. I'm gonna approach Tyrannox and Lincoln. And as I do,
Lincoln was just gonna do something. Sorry,
oh,
before
then I'll wait.
we
No.
kind of. Sorry, that's okay. He was just gonna look to Tyrannox and just say, You probably already tried it, but I might be able to do something for you. But you can say no. I understand why you might want to. Also, I don't even know if it would work.
Well, shit, Lincoln. I wasn't expecting anything like that, and I'm just gonna have to go into the... No. Tyrannax sort of like just gently shakes his head. Some things cannot be forgotten and cannot be forgiven. And this is a reminder. I appreciate it, but no. Thank you.
There can only be one hot sibling. That was a joke. Is it too soon? That was too soon. I'm
It's
sorry.
been decades, Lincoln. I'm over it. Don't worry. No,
Okay.
it's fine. It's fine.
Cool.
There is a sudden flurry of wings, smaller than Rhea's, as shoom, Lulu comes flying across from the war machines, and she's like, "Oh, isn't this lovely? You know, being in the Bleeding Citadel, bleeding with Yale once more. As I said, I remembered everything, and I remembered some new magics that I had forgotten." And she starts to spin, twirling in the air. And as she does so, from her trunk emits that shower of sparkles you've seen her use aggressively, but it just gently comes out in this twirling spiral that expands and expands out. Lee, it doesn't reach you there. Do you go to where they are?
Oh, yes.
Run quick before the sparkles finish.
We
Tokens,
all
people,
hang
tokens.
out together.
As she's spinning, and these almost like fairy fire, these things just go emerging out, and she closes her eyes. It's so nice to have friends and family together, and anyone that needs it may regain up to 70 hit points.
Oh,
Ooh.
70.
yes. Love.
Still not at full.
Nope.
Lincoln's
More
broken
fire
ribs
maw.
probably fix themselves.
Never mind, guys. That's fine. Coquette doing. Who needs sleep?
John, would you say it rejuvenates us if, for example, we had had a short rest?
I mean, you aren't wrong.
Just purely healing energy.
It was worth a try, and I promise I won't do that again, almighty DM. I'm already terrified of Rhea. I don't want to add you onto the shit list.
Hey, who knows? Who knows how long the journey is in the war machine if you're being very quiet and resting in the back whilst Theo's driving? Maybe. Just maybe.
Right.
Is Rhea gonna let me? I heard sort of stomping flappy wings before Lincoln.
And as
Rhea stays in the other car. You're with me.
Oh.
I'm in timeout.
Oh.
What did I do?
Oh God, I am a teacher, and I just got teacher vibes from that Firemore. I'm like, oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in detention now. Oh no.
And as the healing magic washes over you all, Lulu turns to you, Lincoln, and Tyrannax. Bitopia has brought you together. Not like that, Lincoln. He's skeptic.
Well, no.
Bitopia has brought you together for a reason. We are here to save your mother, my friend. For now that I can remember everything, I knew Teacher in Bitopia. We have to help her. And I know the powers at work here. If you can work together to save her, join forces, accept who she is to both of you, she can break the curse that your father laid upon her. And if she can break free of that, she will not need rescuing anymore. And she will help us drive back these fiendish forces, just as Zerial wanted to when she came down here with the Hell Riders, just as we've been trying to drive them back from Elturel and rescue the people of the city. Let us get in those war machines, and just you see if you can keep up with me. And she goes shrieking in the golden lights trailing behind her and sparkles in her wake in the direction that she also knows Tidra to be in peril. And we will leave things there as next week this fine group of adventurers will... Cheers, Skeptic. This fine group of adventurers will rush to the Angel Tidra's aid and hopefully, once and for all, defeat the devil Oxrian, Lincoln and Tyrannax's father. He who is responsible for Pistol's death. He who has been a thorn in your side this entire journey through Avernus. So everyone, please, if you can, join us again next time we descend into Avernus. Now, let us wrap things up there. A huge thank you to everyone that was here with us today. Way over 50 people the whole time. It was amazing. Probably one of the biggest streams we've ever had. Thank you so much. Apt on our anniversary, our 1-year anniversary. Thank you, Skeptic, for the raid. Thank you, Tales of Pesh, for the wonderful raid as well. And thank you all so much. All of those follows. I hope that everyone that's following, as we have our giveaway, as our thank you to our lovely followers, please jump in there. Let me get that for you. As we will be drawing our giveaway winner just after I'm done doing this quick wrap up of what's coming up this week. Now, we will be carrying on our 1-year celebration, as tomorrow we will be journeying back to the Sword Coast, where we haven't been for a while because none of our adventures are taking place in the regular Sword Coast realms. But we will be journeying back to Waterdeep, where a group of plucky adventurers, shiny, new, squishy level 1 adventurers, emerge from Skullport beneath Waterdeep, having narrowly escaped Xanathar's wrath. And they will embark on a new adventure as we begin Session 1 of Candlekeep Mysteries with KEBG Podcast and my brother-in-law. Let us see what lies in wait for them. I can tell you one person that's lying in wait for them, but not in a malicious way. CZRPG himself over there in chat, thank you so much for everything you've done for us this 2 weeks. It is an absolute pleasure to have you supporting us and to share the generosity with our fine followers with a PH, as they have very generously donated wonderful adventuring supplements for it sounds like an energy drink or something. No, not that kind of supplement. All of the incredible encounters and maps and everything that has been handed out to all of our lovely followers over this 2-week period. Tomorrow will be the last time, and he will be there in person to give away the final present. Encounters in Candlekeep, as is only fits, as we start Candlekeep Mysteries. And we cannot wait to play with you. Joining us all the way from Brazil, it is going to be an absolute pleasure. So, everyone, tomorrow, 10 o'clock, same time as today, 10 o'clock Japanese, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and down there, 10 a.m. in Brazil. Join us for that inaugural session. Then, as we roll on round, we will be back in Icewind Dale, plunging into the Underdark, through the mists into Barovia, and all the way round once more to Avernus, as we continue our tour of the plains. If you mush it all together, we kind of have a whole one giant planescape adventure going on here. But I hope that you can join us. And followers, do keep an eye on your whispers, as I will be inviting you to our Discord. This is a new thing that we have begun for our anniversary. All of our followers are invited to join us in the Discord, where you can chat about everything that you saw unveiled before you in each of these sessions. Fire off questions to the players if you have them, talk with each other, and enjoy all of these wonderful people that we have gathered here in this one place, as you've been here and made this year absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And let me give you one more present. A little thing on the horizon. July 10th, 9 a.m. in Japan, 8 p.m. Eastern in Friday evening. We will be doing our next session of one-shot roulettes. And we are joined by the Antipodean All-Stars, as Ben and Rob from Viva the Dirt League are joining us, as is Dreaded GM, as is Dead Aussie Gamer, as is AJ from Roll for Damage, and maybe one more special guest, as these incredible actors, voice actors and role players are joining us for a wonderful one-off session. All randomly generated characters in a randomly generated location, a randomly generated plot, all in the spur of the moment. Do join us, and do not miss out the giveaways on that session too, as Gateway Games from Australia will be delivering a fantastic package of games, some Call of Cthulhu stuff in there as well, and also the wonderful Sirenscape. You've heard us talk about them all the time. Let them put their memberships where their mouth is, as there will be 3 2-month Super Siren memberships up for grabs for free. Do join us, as we will be doing the Antipodean All-Stars one-shot roulette July 10th morning here in Asia and down in Australia and New Zealand, but Friday evening back in the States. So I hope you can come on by. It's going to be absolutely incredible. Come and see me be absolutely terrified by being with such incredible guests. I've been watching Viva the Dirt League for a very long time, and it is going to be wonderful.
Ganbatte.
Gambarimasu. But before that, let us decide some lucky winners tonight. Well, one lucky winner tonight. And it is up to date there, Skeptic. Thank you. In Under the Wire. Nicely done, sir. As going once, going twice. Thank you, Yancy. All of the entries are in the giveaway are in. And our last copy of Deeper Descent into Avernus goes to the other Josh. Oh, he's been victorious. Now,
The Josh battle has been decided.
I believe, if I am correct, that is Josh of Fried Dice Paradise. So that will be put to good use, I am sure, as our good friends over in Singapore will put that into immediate effect, I'm sure. So a huge congratulations to Josh from Fried Dice Paradise. I do believe he has crashed for the night, but I shall send him the good word and he will be delighted. Thank you, CZ, for that as always. But until next time, please join us tomorrow for the continuation of our celebrations with our new campaign and all of the lovely things coming up next week, including the epic battle to save Lincoln and Turnax's mother. But stick around as we send all of you lovely people raiding somewhere else on the end screen. But until then, thank you all so much for tonight, this week, this year. We love you all. See you in the Discord and see you in session. But until then, as we like to say around these parts, Oyasumi nasai.
Yasumi.
Yasumi.